Alright Michael, where are we?
Today we're not in the shed and we're not in the factory. Today we're at my brother's place in his shed here, and the reason why we're here is, remember how last week we finished up the episode saying we might be working on one project or another project we didn't even know we're going to be working on, it's coming in the year, we won't start anything big, let's just keep it simple. Well, scrap all that, we got a new project. So this is Daniel's LX Torana, which he's had now for about a year or so, Daniel, I think. About a year. It is a 186 4-door LX Torana. As you can see, it's a little crusty, but it is stock as a rock basically. It's a 3-speed on the tree, isn't it? Trimatic on the tree, and that's pretty much all there is to it basically. She's a rough old girl, but she's got good bones. As you can imagine, it's not going to stay like this, it's going to get modified. Well, more on that in a minute. So there's little hints of what might be happening to it sitting over there, but we'll get to that in a second. But Daniel's had this now for about a year now. He's been cruising around with it with a 186 in it. It's been to Bright Rod Run and a few other little things, but he's done that now, and now he's ready to amp it up a little bit now. He's sick of the little 186 and it's time to make it go a little bit faster. You might remember Daniel has the VY Ute. The goal of this car is to replace that VY Ute when we go to drag challenge, because he wants 4 seats and a Ute doesn't really have 4 seats. So that's what this car is going to be. It's going to be Daniel's new drag and drive car for events like that, and also just a really cool cruiser. All right, Nathan, what's the plan?
Well, the 186 is going to go in the fair lane. So once again, Daniel's a Holden man, so we're going to put a LS in this car. It is already at Horsepower Junkie. Anthony is already getting his measurements and all his little thermometers all over it. And then, as well as backed by a nice Turbo 400, supplied by the boys down at DTM, and a 9-inch in the rear end. Now, is this every little boy's dream combo? It is.
Yeah.
So we're pretty happy to be working with this. And I'm pretty happy that I convinced Daniel to go down this route. So, this is a fully built manualized Turbo 400, pretty much off the shelf. Still needs a converter though. Trans braked and all. Trans braked first and second gear, I'm pretty sure. And then we got this 9-inch of Facebook Marketplace. It's got 411s in it. It was in a Torana, so this come out of a Torana.
So the idea is this should be a bolt-in swap, yeah?
Exactly right. This should bolt straight in. It was in an untubbed Torana, is what we were told. We do have the wheel specs somewhere. I think I wrote them down, or I might have texted them to someone. So that should bolt straight in. This will need some massaging. And then we got an L98 off Anthony Harcourt Wreckers, and that is currently down at Horsepower Junkie. GM Motorsport has also hooked us up with a set of heads and camshafts. So the build is already moving along quite fast.
Yes.
So it's now time to pull this engine out, because Daniel wants to do exactly what we've done to every other car, and he wants to paint the floor and make it look all pretty and rebuild all underneath. So what we're going to do now is just get the engine out and then handball it. Because Daniel wants to put this on a rotisserie. He wants to gut this thing down to a rotisserie because he doesn't have a car hoist to work under it. So throw it on a rotisserie so then he can wire wheel for the next 3-4 weeks, paint the floor, make it look all good. And then we're going to slide right in with a brand new engine, Raceworks parts, and just go, you just connect this one to this one.
We're going to have the fun job.
And then finish it off.
Daniel's going to have the messy job. So that works for us. We're okay with that.
So is this car going to be quite an angry little animal?
Yes.
Yes, it's just going to be an NA combo. It's going to have a spicy camshaft in it and a set of heads. So pretty much your standard head cam package type engine in this car. Which, to be honest, this thing probably weighs 1,200 kilos. With that combo, a converter, trans braked auto, this thing should do a low 10, high 9 hopefully. So I think he wants to paint the bay and everything. So keep the outside looking old. Everything will be rebuilt, set of welds. Heltec, UC10.
Just our style.
You know, set of seats, roll cage, parachute. This is another one of those builds where it's not our budget. So. I was down at DTM picking up my auto for the XE. I'm staring at this Turbo 400 on the shelf. I call Daniel and go, "There's Turbo 400 here."
I've always wanted to play with them. You should buy it.
I came home with it. Anyway, we're going to get this engine out now.
We're doing it old school, no hoist.
No hoist. I mean, this thing's going to swing out a piece of cake. I'm looking at what we need to take off. It's rad hose. There's 2 wires on that side. And that's it.
Yeah, we should be able to get it out within the next
We'll have it out
15
in
minutes.
half an hour, 15 minutes. Not even. Like, all these hoses we could literally just cut because we're not using them.
Yeah.
So let's get into it.
Cooked in you already.
I know. Clean up kit. Left, right. Good enough.
I don't know why it's so satisfying, but when you're pulling apart a car and you can just cut hoses rather than
so good.
worry about pulling hoses up.
So good. Fuel hose? Is fuel going to go in there? No, the tank's disconnected, so it should be working on the line.
We've never worked on a Torana before, Nathan.
Honestly, it's just like a HG really under here. I feel like I'm looking at the HG.
It's not too different, is it?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. What's left to disconnect on this side? The coil.
Here, let me in there. Let me do something. You're gonna be done in a second. Coil, bang. That's it. I'm done.
Accelerator cable?
Yeah, I need to get to that. That'll take 5 seconds. This is why we love old car engine conversions. It's just so easy. But we did go for a drive in this the other day because we figured if we're going to do an engine conversion, we should probably see what we're changing it from before we find out what it ends up being. So, should we have a look at that? See how our drive went in our weapon number 186.
Nathan's still recovering from whiplash. Torana. All right, we're in Daniel's POS Torana. All right, this is Hackshop's new project right here. Daniel's project that we're gonna, just do a little bit on. Just a little bit, the cool stuff.
Just a little bit, yeah. We're just taking it for a baseline drive now to find out what we're playing with. So we're gonna do it from 0 to 30 right now. So let's see what she'll do.
Oh, brakes work. No skid.
Oh, no skid. Oh.
Did we bring some WD-40 to put under the wheel? Oh wow, is that foot to the floor?
That's foot to the floor.
Wow.
That's everything. We got the 40 before we got to the speed bump. So initial thoughts are not very inspiring. It is an auto Trimatic, so it's on the column, which is kind of cool. I like that. No power steering, so she's pretty heavy on the steering side of things. It drives okay, like it's reasonably comfortable. Daniel and I picked this up from Geelong, and drove it back an hour and a half that day, and it actually drove pretty well considering. I've never driven a Torana before, so I don't know how different it is. So it cruises alright, but that's foot to the floor and there is nothing in it. Nothing at all. Should we do a 0 to 100 like we used to do?
Yeah, we might as well.
We'll go up, we'll wait till we're up the hill to give it every advantage it's got. Alright, ready? And 3, 2, 1. There's some. Well, no, it's not.
It ran out. It ran out of legs. Why did it just like die in the arse?
186. We're still not there yet. 80. We're gonna run out of road. 90. 100. Wait, no, now 100.
23 seconds. 23 seconds. Wow, the HQ's faster.
Yeah, so as you can see, there's a little bit to be desired. So our plan is to make it go faster, 0 to 100 in 23 seconds. Will we achieve that? I certainly hope so. Just like the Gemini. We should have a race between this and the Gemini.
I reckon the Gemini would beat it.
I reckon the Gemini would beat it.
It drives good actually. It drives really good.
It drives straight and everything.
I quite like manual steering when you're driving.
When you're driving, but not when you're at low speeds.
I'll tell you what, it's gonna be a handful with an LS in it though.
Oh, it's gonna be wild because it's so little. Like if this car feels little,
Yeah.
it does feel very little.
It's got everything.
It's gonna be crazy when it's got power behind it. Yeah. But it's a good base. This is a really good base vehicle. The bodywork's not terrible, and Daniel's done a bit of rust repairs before we've even seen it. All the rear arch was gone, and that's so he's replaced all that and repaired it. For the meanwhile, it's going to stay patina looking until he gets some cash to make it look pretty, which I'm against, but that's just me.
Your foot gets stuck under the speaker on the accelerator.
Don't do that.
Have you noticed?
No, I haven't noticed that.
So my foot was like this, right?
Yeah.
And like I couldn't pull my foot because it got stuck.
That's not a problem now, but when there's an LS in it, that could be a much bigger problem. All right, any last words before I shut this off?
No. Budget build. This car's gonna cost you a lot of money, and I can't wait.
There we go. Oh, LS2 is fly-by-wire, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Ah, so another pedal conversion. Are we going to build a big bracket like last time, Nathan? That's a good tray.
It's plastic. How cool is that? See what's underneath the butt? Ah! That's why that stays there.
Hides the crimes.
Well, it's going to come out either way, eh? That's a fun one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that the first time you've seen that?
No, I knew it was there. I just didn't. I haven't had it out, so I didn't.
I'll trade you for the Gemini.
Good fun times. Alright, is there anything to disconnect underneath? I guess the transmission.
The linkages. Who's going underneath?
Oh, okay. I was just going to go do it, but... Damn it. Okay,
you are gonna do
I
it.
am going to do it. Damn it, I just watched bloody Mark Rober as well.
There's a creeper.
And he said you always... Like, the chances of winning Sim Sam Sum,
Yeah.
he, like, teaches you how to play it. How to almost win every time.
How? What's the...
Oh, I can't
It obviously doesn't
You
work.
didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
No, I can't remember.
Clearly. Watch that video again and get back to me. It's been a long time since Nathan's been on a creeper. Is there much room under there?
Not really.
So, we can't really film under there, so you're just going to have to trust us that we're pulling this gearbox out. Radio's out.
He's wearing those big glasses, Kate.
Don't laugh too soon, buddy.
Hello down there.
My base.
Our engine crane has made the journey to Daniel's house. Poor old engine crane has really copped it.
It's registered. We drove it down the freeway here.
Scooted it. But think about it, how much has this poor engine crane copped it?
It has.
It's been to the factory and back, it's been to obviously my place, it's been to Daniel's place countless times. We've got dragged into a paddock that one time in the mud. And it's still going strong.
Oil it is.
Oh wow, that's just plus. It's coming along. Getting to our feet.
Maybe get a bucket. Why is he not got a bucket yet?
Alright.
What if I want to go back? What if the LS is up to the 180?
That doesn't apply the auto option to HD. Oh, you must put a big block in HD now.
Yeah, let's try Magic to go with it.
No. He Hey! It's like someone died under there.
You missed a bit in the bucket. Just a little bit.
Alright. We'll come back after this minor short break while Daniel cleans up. We're gonna need another drink.
Well, that took about
That took
25 minutes.
So what's the plan now, Daniel?
We're still going to take yours off.
What?
We're going to take yours off.
Were you informed of this at the
Yeah, you
toolbox
want,
meeting?
you want to take doors off, yeah.
Yes, you were. You just didn't pay attention at the toolbox meeting.
Just like you didn't pay attention to Sim Sam Sum. Well, Nathan, we've once again proved that we can destroy a running car in a very short period of time.
Yep. Same old. we're good strippers. Fortunately, we don't get paid the same amount as they do.
No.
But you know, if we want to get paid the same amount as they do, you know what you got to do?
What?
You got to head over to the website where you can get some Hackshop Garage merch. What?
Nice segue, I like it. I don't know if I can use it, but I like it.
What do you mean, mate? We're car strippers. Where's your mind gone? Where's your mind gone?
Did you steal them from Dad?
Yeah, they're the ones who were looking for the other day.
Yeah. Right, Nathan, we've got the engine out. What are we doing now?
We're going to pull the doors off to lighten this car up for when it goes on the rotisserie, because he's not pulling any of the interior and stuff out.
Controversial. We'll see if it stays on.
It's purely going on the rotisserie just to do the bottom of the car. So
Should rotate once. Should only just go inside once, and that's it.
Yeah, it'll go, and then... The important thing is, Nathan and I aren't going to be here when that happens. How many more bolts has this got? 16 million?
There's lots, okay? There's lots.
What is this, an armoured tank?
just hang and hold it.
I don't think you're... Oh, I'm downhill. It's downhill.
Put your feet down.
I'm trying. Slipping on the oil. These are really heavy when they go class. I'll tell you what, you realise how heavy they are when you pick one up.
Ready?
This one's a bit easier. That's why I like patina cars, because you can lean the doors against stuff, and if it gets another scratch or, you know, whatever, it just adds to the character. It doesn't matter.
But it don't matter.
No more shiny cars, ban them.
So bad.
Oh god, it's heavy. Yeah, I got it.
Lovely.
You can join the rest. Alright, well, doors are off now, and we're kind of figuring out what we're going to do next, and we realised, well, the subframe really needs to come out to go onto the rotisserie, because one, it needs to come out of the way to get cleaned anyway, and it's going to be pretty heavy, and we want to make this as light as possible to go on the rotisserie without making too much work for ourselves. But we realised the subframe, how many bolts are holding it in, Nathan, on
There's
each
only
side?
6 holding it in, so we're going to drop it.
Yeah, we figured we might as well drop it now, get it out of the way, because really all that's connecting to it is those 2 bolts at the top there, one at the back there,
That's it.
steering shaft and brake lines. So
Yeah, there's really nothing to it.
Yeah, I'll drop the brake lines. Nathan's going to start disconnecting the steering shaft, I assume, and then we'll just undo the bolts and drop it down on a jack.
Yeah.
It's pretty straightforward.
Easy done.
Realistically, if we're doing that, we could probably help with the diff too, Daniel. There's only going to be 4 bolts holding that in, so. Man, there's nothing to this car.
Alright.
Pretty much ready to go.
Yeah, it's just the big ones under there. And ready to drop out.
Alright, I'll get the jack. Yeah, okay, so you reckon back bolts?
Yeah.
Damn it! You must pay attention in the last video.
I did, I remembered it.
Exactly what a wrench is supposed to do.
Man, so good. Oh shit. Daniel's taking the duff out.
Let me have a look at that gun for a second.
Thanks. I'm gonna get my own. Oh wait. I have a.
What? The hub? It's like vented. It's vented. It's a vented hub. Nice brakes though.
Ah. Really?
Yeah, go. Oh. Really lost the cover. Have you undone the brake line?
You're just going through the center one.
Well, I laid under it to do the transmission.
And I laid under
You
it
laid
to
under it to do the front end. I think it's... Who hasn't laid under it tonight?
Hey.
I think it's Daniel's turn to lay under it. The dick.
You ready?
Yep.
Just walking the dog. Oh. Why is one side dropping, not the other?
The shock is... Just kick it off, Michael.
Oh. There's unces. Hey! What are these, banjos as well?
Nah, that's not there.
Nah. And there we go.
That's it.
Lovely.
We're basically done now.
Didn't even chop them.
I couldn't.
There you go.
That's that.
That's it.
That's
It didn't take long, really.
Yeah.
Like a couple of hours to strip it of all its.
There's still a bit more
Drive
to go.
on?
Like you got to pull brake lines out, everything else out.
I gotta say, that subframe coming out was 10 times easier than getting the dip out.
Yeah, that was really.
That was
easy.
super easy. Well, that's it.
That's it.
You happy with where we got to, Daniel?
Yeah, absolutely. That's more than I wanted to get to today because I didn't expect to get the subframe and dip out. So
Well, it took 15 minutes to get the engine out and another 15 minutes to get the subframe out.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you know, when you got the dream thing. Well, I guess that's it. You're not really going to see this cut now.
yeah, now it's up to Daniel basically to get scrubbing and get painting
Yeah.
and then bring it back when it's done and looking all pretty.
It'll be back at the shed. It'll be back at Michael's
Yeah, eventually.
when we get to the good shit. But for now, it is up to Daniel to get his fingers dirty. Y-wheel the floor, clean the floor, bully line the floor, clean everything,
Strip all this, paint all this, put it all back together, get a rolling shell.
get a roller, and then you'll see it back on the channel. And we'll be doing LS swap cool kind of things.
With a brand spanking new
Haltex
LS2.
and, you know, Kirkies and roll cages and parachutes and fuel cells in the boot, hard lines everywhere. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like Clarkson. Jag. If you do want to continue to support our stripping, make sure you head on over to the website or become a member. And we can club rent your car.
That's a different kind of member. Yeah, head on over to the website like Nathan said. And word of the day, word of the day. No, I know what we're going to do for the word of the day.
What?
Jelly bean.
Yeah, right, jelly beans.
Jelly beans.
Sure.
That can be the word of the day for this week.
Maybe we should paint the colour of this car out of a bucket of jelly beans. Like just pick out the colour of jelly beans.
so go to the spray paint and be like this.
This jelly bean. Alright, well that's it for this one. We'll see you in the next episode. Yeah, my voice is a little weird today because I accidentally ate a watermelon the wrong way and coughed my absolute lungs up.
How do you eat a watermelon the wrong way? You start
Mate,
with the
I
green
just
bit-
went, I was
green
like,
bit first.
I seen the watermelon in the fridge, I grabbed it, right? I took one bite of it, that was it. I was dead for like 2 hours, I couldn't talk. And then I was like, that's the last time I've eaten fruit, honestly.
Yeah, but how do you eat a watermelon the wrong way?
I think I sucked the water down.
What'd you do? Eat the shell first?
I don't know, man.
The green shell.
Yeah, so I sound a bit croaky and my voice really hurts. I hurt my vocal cords. I can smell that XE's gonna chop another build. Don't matter if you got 2 more cylinders than me.
That looks familiar.
Yeah, is that original? Yeah, I didn't put
Just like the XE.
that. Yeah.
And just like the XE, it should do low 10s.
It should.
Maybe even 9s.
It should do 10s. 9s?
Here's a controversial subject. The jelly bean rims. Daniel and I both like them. Nathan hates them. I reckon they look good on this thing. They look period correct. I don't know why you don't like it.
Go on 80-year-olds, comment, I love those wheels.
Yeah, good work there, Nathan.
Oh shit.
Hey, that's about as good as a fight in a hurricane.
We put an aftermarket head unit which makes it, it's a retro sound one, so
He put a sub, an amp. He put LCD. We put LCD screens in your wheel.
That was a really good
It was.
impression of him.
do it again.
Much like our offerings to the Gods of Speed, Daniel has his own offerings up here. But the good thing that he does, which I really like, is he has the story of like what each piece of memorabilia means, like guard too close to the fence. That was when he
Ran into the fence.
the coils from the drag challenge when the VY was there, and it arrived on 7 cylinders. The Daniel's smart idea to do a burnout in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, broke, did it?
So if anyone was ever wondering what Hackshop Garage behind the scenes actually looks like, it is true. We do have someone do all the work for us, and Nathan just sits there eating super dupers all day. I don't know what you're talking about.
Whee!
You look like you're playing the flute, like in command.
Yeah, he's doing the work for me. I'm like Ratatouille, but with a flute. Whee! Under the tea.